Hi, my name's John Blackender, but I'm not a nut or anything. I'm just a normal bloke that one day was sitting down and I thought about, I was watching a programme with Brian Cox, the professor, a very clever man, but I disagree on one of the things he said. He says nothing lasts forever, and I agree that everything that exists will not last forever, apart from the one thing will last forever, and that is the thing that had no beginning. Because you have no beginning, then you will have no end. Okay, so, and what I'm going to say now is, I was sitting down thinking to myself, okay, the very first thing in existence, not in our universe, I'm talking about everywhere, the very first thing that in existence, did it have a beginning, or, did it have a beginning, or has it been there forever? Okay, now, our first thought, it can't just be there forever. How can something just be there forever? You think it's impossible. You think it must have a beginning. So I first thought, yeah, it must have a beginning, yeah? But then I started thinking outside the box, because I'm quite a clever geezer. My IQ is 172. That's only 12 above Einstein. But, yeah, I'm quite clever. No, I ain't really. My IQ is 125. Okay, let me get back to what I'm saying. Okay, basically, so I thought to myself, okay, let's start off by saying it has a beginning. But then I thought, okay, so in order to have a beginning, okay, before something begins, it doesn't exist, yeah? Because if we're saying it has a start, a beginning means it wasn't there at one point, and then it began, and that's when it appeared. Okay, the very first thing in existence, yeah, I said, before it began, it didn't exist, yeah? So, therefore, if it didn't exist, it couldn't have created itself. Something or some things must have created it. Therefore, that wouldn't be the very first thing in existence then. The thing that created it would be the very first thing in existence. But then, before that began, that didn't exist. So that wouldn't be the first thing in existence. The thing or things that created it would be. But then that goes on and on and on and on forever. So that's one forever thing. Okay, now, you can't get to the beginning. It goes on forever and ever and ever. What created it? Okay, the second thing is, okay, it's been there forever. Yeah, you think that's impossible, but, okay, it has to have been there forever. And the reason it has to have been there forever is because you can't get to the beginning. So, do you make me right? Yeah, well, I'll make me right. So, okay, now, if it's been there forever, that means it didn't have a beginning, so therefore it will have no end. Okay, now, that's one thing. Okay, now, the second thing that I was going to say, is the universe, nothing can exist unless there's a space for it to exist inside, and no two things can exist in one space. In order to exist, there has to be a space for you to exist inside. Okay, now the universe, okay, the space in which the universe exists, yeah, so to say that's the universe, it's okay, let's just say this light is the universe, also all around it is space, yeah, and so what I'm saying is the space in which the universe exists inside goes in every direction, up, down, left, right, in every direction, goes on forever and ever and ever. It has no boundary. And if you think that's impossible, nothing can go on forever and ever and ever and ever. It's got to have a boundary. Okay, well, imagine we say, okay, it can't go on forever and ever, so it's got a boundary. So imagine we're saying, okay, I'm just going to say, okay, I'm going to say, just imagine, just where my nose is, just imagine that's the universe, alright? Sorry, I know that's a bit of a shit thing to say, but just my nose is the universe, and surrounding it is space, yeah? Okay, now we're going to say it can't go on forever, it's got a boundary. Okay, I'm going to say that the space that surrounds it is this big now, yeah? So you can see the universe inside it, and the space surrounding it is confined to a boundary which is this big. Okay, but the problem with that is, as soon as you put a boundary on it and say it's a certain size, what do you do? Come on, what do? You create space surrounding that straight away. So So basically, the space that surrounds this now, yeah, it goes on forever and ever and ever in every direction. Or we're saying, okay, you can't do. We're going to make it put a boundary on that and say it's this big. Then imagine it all round, all the way around there. Yeah, okay. As soon as you create a boundary and say it's a certain size, it needs space to exist inside because the boundary. We're saying it's thin, so we're saying as soon as it's got a boundary, it needs space to exist inside. Yeah, okay. As soon as you say that, it's got space surrounding it all the way, and that means it goes on forever and ever and ever. So basically, as soon as you try and put a boundary on it and say that it's a certain size, you create space surrounding it all the way around. So every time if you keep putting a boundary on it, that'll go on for and ever and ever and ever. You can't put a boundary on it and say it's this. You can put a boundary on it, but you create space surrounding it all the way in every direction. So therefore, that goes on forever and ever, putting boundaries on it. But as soon as you do that, it creates a space surrounding it all around it. So that space that surrounds it goes on for and ever and ever and ever in every direction. It has to. You can't put a boundary on it because as soon as you do, you create space surrounding it. So it has to go on forever and ever and ever. That's another thing that goes on forever. Brian Cox said there's no such thing as forever. Okay, trying to get to the beginning of the first thing in existence goes on forever. Yeah, if you because you can't get to the beginning because what created it. It would become the first thing that existed. Then what created that would, and what created that would, and so forth. And then what was the other thing I was going to say? Just bear with me for 1 minute. Yeah, I'm tired. I've been playing poker all night. The first thing in existence has been there forever. I can't remember. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. But I was just going to put that out there and basically see what Brian Cox has got to reply. My name's John Blackendar. I live in Camden Town, NW5. Oi, 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 Camden. Bye.